Se obi Senyi a oye den ofiri he.
Me da se.
No so tiara da na say Guan society na no ofiri bi no betena ase.
Senyafo eka omo a no mo te ha dadada. Because okay do boy in the book cross state is a fantasy no cry eba ha no na Guanfo senyafo no wa ha dada.
Okay.
One said ena enkranfo no so bae no na senyafo wa ha ena obutufo no ebrekufo no no mo nkra asase no so. Enti abra
ewo he.
Ewo mamprobi.
Oh, okay.
Mamprobi ya wutu kasete so mamprabi.
Mamprabi.
Yeah, little state. Omanketwa.
Oh, okay.
Omachichibi.
Okay.
Emprabi. Omachichibi. Enti na yeah, I mean, we'll call Brikwa. Yeah, I mean, they talk about it. And, at the point in time, they shifted, forward more. But now, the Akabi, at the point in time, it really both in Cranfoni, Brikufo. I mean, they have that wonderful relationship.
Okay.
But Senyafone, they are hana omo but the story is told the same. Senyafono eba no omo nanti ya ebedru ha no na omo say ana ne so aninya boye so winya
omo nanti free him bedu ha.
Now once I make bibi say ye wa ha dada.
Yeah, that's the Guans.
There are two schools of thought about Senya settlement.
Okay.
The first school of thought is the migrationist. And the second school of thought is the anti-migrationist.
Okay.
The migrationist believe he said na senyafo ewo part of the musifo na isi from no ma no mo guafo no mo musi na omo si from Burkina Faso 80,000 no mo nanti ya ba ya ebedru this side. What they say na latefo no mum ena minim say latefo what happen is say abra Atara kingdom no omo ba no omo so be settle wo senya.
Okay.
Enti latefo no to nwumbi no mo nwuma mo to no mo du baby no mo say senya dompe.
Yes,
just omo kire baby omo sisi ya ansa. Enti omo so be si ansa na omo ye den. Omo toa so enti ye ne latefo the same. So it's more like ebi mo see 1350 in a established senya, but we share history mu year long before then na senya das ewo ho. In fact, abrofo no ba yempo no, according to research history no, abrofo no ba ye no, na Guans nkwa na wa asase yeso.
Abrofo no bedu ha.
Ebedu na Guans nkwa na ye den. And this part of the land.
Okay.
And Senyafo were already what? Here.
Okay.
Exactly. It is Senyafo, the anti-migrationist think say the people of Senya no more hadada. No more route no is untraceable.
Okay.
Where any migration is no. Maka migration is there no. But anti-migration crofo mu fi say Senyafo wa ha.
Okay.
Dada. Now, anyway, I don't want us to go too much because we don't have all the time. But all the same, no, either say you had dada as the Guans already settled, or in the 1000 AD, no, around that time now, JC from the Mosi Guans nearby, were coming, no, they were part of them.
Okay.
That is how the story is established. Now, according to story, no mudru hano, no musi anane so aninya boye. Yanji ya home ewa nebe ye so winya. Anti-migration no suno se kire se de ma ha no ye be friend no se na enye se ya na ya awutu ebi. Ane ye na ye awutu for we are wese ya awutu for. Right. Na ye brekufo but na festival na ye di no ye bayire afahye.
Okay.
Na afahye no ye se ya no mu di kan edi. Because now many of the ritual thing among the Guan no mu ye wo se ya.
Okay.
Inti oba ha sebe abosum ewa in fact fie biara busum omo story inti omo hyase a no ma adisa bahire na omo di no inti omo ya eno ni the major festival and here say means major nya nso kire festival nya yes ya ka say festival inti senya major festival ena su minor Intine wo supi minor commander.
Oh.
Ipi eye commander.
Ipi.
Enti wo tie wo ye ipi.
Yeah.
Enti wo ye ipi. Enti se ya ye nka tufo hene.
Oh,
to find a lesser interpretation of that position.
I will come there.
Anyway,
why are you not using terms and
your terms?
Because
the last time was there more than an interview, much of Benkum Hine.
Yeah, and also Santi mu say, oh yes, Senya ni fahene.
No.
Senya yanka ni mfa wa haso.
Yanka
ni fahene.
And you bet me I can ni right wing.
Okay.
But Hine, we don't say Hine. Odefi. Oh, say any for Odefi.
Okay.
Oh, say that. And a yanka sample technically you use Odefi for Nananmo. Ura.
Okay. They said dan ura. Then ura. Okay.
We have a lot to talk about. So it's your ura, but ya dropped a can system no so account no. Ama ohino no but odefe there you can't odefe ankasa. Paramount chief no pay.
Okay.
Technically.
Okay.
Paramount chief no odefe. The rest are ra. But no ayira free system no more.
Okay.
When we say that, yes. It know senya. It is say a major in a suya minor.
Okay.
So yen the major festival na the breku.
Yeah.
The major festival na sunya the minor festival. Breku sunyani.
Oh.
The same by the festival no mudi wo.
Enti
friend apo
ye na the first.
Yes.
Edi we na fi enti ye ni major
no. Major no.
Na ye kuma no.
Yes. Enti omudi na fi rotate akọ all the Guam state. If you are not now that word breku nankasa no. You know, a church blessing. Blessing. Enti titinu omu kwa akwa se wunyi anhira.
Yeah.
Ana wo kwa bibia wo yan hira. And ha na omo ba. Na yeye mom sa blessing no. The red word.
Omo ba he.
Omo ba sen ya ha.
Okay.
Eye bire.
But someone I was told that bire idi odu.
Say you can odu a eye language. Odu kire say eduro. Ye ma we duro na why there. Why enhira?
Okay. E ma odu na why enhira?
Enhira no ye biblical language, but it is the same thing as the yeye na nanu friend odu or whatever. What I say? Bre kire empowerment.
Okay.
Blessing as yet say empowerment. Yeah, share with Drew. I didn't share with Drew. Yeah, empower. Are you getting the point?
Yeah.
And it's empower. No need bre. And bre no. Yeah. You cannot aleku bre. What I say? And bre inkui na be breku. And omum bre. Embrem.
Okay.
And omo yes and your friend abreu.
Omo
abreu. So bre entumu bre na say ya tuneduro ambrem na say ya hira na ya ben no omo ye na ya fra no abreu na process no alekubre process na ye breku when you get it, that is the whole language structure breku na ye wo break abreu na ye wo eso onyo
obreu and also they are two different things.
Completely different thing. Ata obreu anoche.
Okay.
So your ranks no.
Okay. So,
ranks ni ata. If you any about also into also nye obreu.
Okay.
There say be akan your friend okonfo no. Okonfo no nye tradition no osofo no. Osofo no higher rank chain okonfo no. Okay. Enti konfo anoche for example, a lower rank than the traditional Guan priest.
Oh.
Even than the Wulomo.
Really?
Oh, yes. Wulomo also.
Wulomo, okay.
But one thing about Konfu Anoche is oh, you're not differently gifted at the point where you Guan.
Yes, true.
And also no bua no bua may build the Asante kingdom.
Yeah.
That tells you how the Guan. I mean that in intelligence, the bua na danfo.
Yeah.
The Asante kingdom.
Yeah.
When was that? Yeah. And that tells you how Guans, have really contributed to this nation. What do you need not to change? It is Senyafo no ewaha generally.
Okay.
Senyafo. Whether you believe in the story of Sounya or the Sunya, history there, wouldn't no be adding ashwe. Which one is workable? And you know, some of us we have to lay the story down as it is.
Oh, I see.
Well, yeah,
I see. Yeah, kase obi ye senyania ma ne pa because kase bia obi ye asantini ye nim say asante for dressing say.
Yeah.
Ne duane a odi say. Adwuma na mo ye pa say.
Okay.
Senyani adwuma ban woni ye te say.
Number one, siafo ye nkrofobia. Omo ye omonisu ahye. But omo ye mre.
Asin ye kon epentokwa na asade.
Nenisu obi o nenisu ye hye nso pentoka.
Okay.
And say menka no. Na mo ka no dia odbe hia. But omo mpe ntokwa na de. But omo tukwa no de ya na say siafo ne abontefo nko. Omo de omo ho.
Okay.
Siafo omo problem kesia no. Omo ye nkrofobia. Si eni gi oho wo a, okito oho wo ye. Na mo ne krom ni de. Ono no betwe manso sesia. Eno de ye negative trait e was siafo.
Eno so ye ade bia ye bia wa na sade.
I don't know because who can history e wo mo. It runs through the senior history technically. Enti siafo he abra asantefo eni ebi afantefo ekon ena ankrafo eni akwemufo ekon eni achimfo eni wemu ekon siafo de omo nkwa abonti o
enka wo se na ma cho na me no ko
wo share history mu a omo akon saa within themselves ekunkum omo ho saa. Seriously, in fact there are 3 major wars e was in your history mu a. The first one, if you about 4, but the first major war no entuko bi a omo call boat race.
Okay.
Boat race.
Ewo mpuna no.
Omo hyase wa asen. Ewo mpuna last end no. Awia so ekọ no. Yes. Okay. Those days no boat race na nya okwa na wasen aba o. Omo hyase wo ho. No mo race saa wo pono so saa e de aba enyi puase. Nti wa be di kan duru ho no. Ono de onyi. Una ye bema. Na ye enyi puase no. Aha, enyi puase. Nti bema. No say we be our friend Akubia no. Enya Odumsano, right? Odumsano, yeah. Odumsano no eye adu insa. E ho na asafofo no na omo call mo training.
Oh,
adu insa no.
Okay.
Nti ho de na omo call mo training.
Wona mo koye sisa de na e say na ye kokuna ya de.
Exactly. All the omo battle training ground. Nti ukuna owu the boat no would to me the band yeah una oye onyi bema nti na ye enyi puase. But there was a time in our history omo di kan baaye no ewini ye omo sre omo we ye no na nya asafo na ye all the beaches no na omo bu omo yes
race
no nti omo we ye no anti ase no omo anye hwe omo anka so ye Akumasi ewie omo ye no Saturday ye di Akumasi ewie Wednesday ye akonfo no ye omo
abre woni be sa
ewie ye no no siafo so omo kontuko abuba we to na we abuba shase we to na we ato nti omo pe pro omo ho.
Wow.
Ekunkum omo ho very serious.
Wow.
Nti ye be to dwa se ema senya ye sie nipa bebre mass burial.
Wow.
Nti ye be to dwa se senya kusum bi beto dwa kusum ne se ma yensie nipa ukuada.
Okay.
Ma yenchenam ukuada. Ma yentutuo ukuada. Ma yemfa asombofom ukuada. Ma yenye enuntina e wo sambra no e wo senya ukuada no.
Enti enya bosom bi na.
Ye reference to history. E da eni kwan se ye kai. Like ye repeat the see ye to kwano. Yeah, dino because obi eche ade anase obi enya tuo pa
boom
wakuni uninua what do I say obi eche ade wakuni nua obi etoto pa no why the wakuni na onse pa no na de na brofo na de ba
twese kan na na brand si uso
na si uso sa ne mani na ntino ye brand enti na sa kusum no ye den ewo senya ya mamre no ana ye be kom kakranka yetimi mbiemu ba ye oniema bebre o wa me camp said me who the value in it.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with abosonsem.
Say sinchina be the festival sinchina no.
It had nothing to do with abosonsem.
Say aboson na ba kura be the dinner dia don ba ya be
ntino. Okasa asem na ya na mbisa me hu say omo pa kire say nya nananom no sebe omo nya scientists ana. Because me person use the word omo nwene ana.
Okay.
How do you tell me say busum per se on pay the menjai the how does that promote the community? Didn't you yes I no say any kwan say time yako dua eyu no eye ewu millet enye bro.
Okay.
Enye bro.
Millet. Okay.
Yes, ya dua ni nye bro. Millet.
Oh, you can, yeah.
Omodua millet no. Mo bia anye bribia omunye hu adwuma for 3 months. Men ye men di agro men kobo twene. Those days sound system ye there. Twene enti men bo twene. Eno no so that you work. Enti the entire ye sin twene no see the be ya ye be adwuma. So it's a movement of entrepreneurship, business orientation. Enti me advocate say ye sin twene no yenye conferences, seminars and stuff and promote businesses. It's not the president just like that. What they see in and I believe says in Chinano the ANC to keep the history. What they say. Yeah. However, within that period, no, ye man not yet productive. Say the yen and nanu jine ye say because Adriani beba ne better ne Adriani naba. Ebe free sir. Attention there the bema ejuma.
Until says Sabrina come focus on
hard work. Focus on hard work.
Call Uba call door. Yamana would join a home.
Exactly.
Well, then.
The United a year crowd yo.
Focus on the focus.
Won't obi awewu. And into akuma sinudra na fe ya makwan Saturday no na nipa no wu ye within the period no. Wait me soon no. And yes say wu soon samanfo.
Yeah.
Na mo time na owo ba ye na.
Went to me ye no. Sabre wo de kosuna. Ifri wu.
It has nothing to do in Samafo. Healing. You know, mo de ma say ya broad na we nso a. Time aso say ye ma ukwan because we nso a wo be de, wo be yare. Na sa aya odi ni na ye de. Every mu anya Samafo asem.
Oh.
Who said that? It is a anti history asia. Ye nchiremu ye and it's an insult to nya nananom. As say yen nananom without intelligence. Exactly, without intelligence. It young guys, young people who nya say so na we dey emfaso be na also because yan kan faso dey na yen den. Okay. So our ancestors believe say we have to cry. But there is a time for crying and there is a time for working. And to work, after working, you cry. And there's a time to play. You will buy a dear agro. And unti akuma sinankasa Thursday no swan. A hon agro di ne shasi. Into omo to oze ana omo tunju. Tuwe. Yaneva tuwe. Ayabosumba. Ayaberima. What is anyo?
Yeah, let me tell you.
Yes, but yes, ayatunu. Turo. Yaneba turo. Ayabwe sumia. Aya so asiwo aya bo esumia aya so asiwo yaniba turo tunoro won ma weni nji na see yen ye adwuma afi de see yen ji yeni.
I see
all work and no play.
Yeah.
Oh yen and they understand this.
You we be na omo adwen da.
They know it. I said it you first say yafo na ye wo good structure make can fa yen to kwa ho. Enti san to kwa na omo ku yen na nipa bebrewu yen. And so na wo no ye be ku another to kwa bia to kwa na serious ye kono 1914.
Wow.
Eye kwabaji war.
Okay.
Dia na bae. Omuti asafu number 3. And ebi mu si no asafu number 3 ne yen den. Yen ti as na sama nso no ho. And asafu number 2 ekọ si ntwini bi. And omo de bae na omo gru o Methodist Square area ho. Omo gru twene na twene no ne nan say de omo shape na ye bow legged twene.
Okay.
And asafu number 2 nso no episode number 1 and the courses antwene no.
Oh, okay.
Yes, na omo de egro. And number 2 nso no mo asafu peni bi e fe no kwabaje. Oh, eti kwabaje no ye bow legged.
Oh.
Eti number 2 no hu say omo yesa ompe agro no ye ompe. Na omo boss atwene na say mo siri ye safu hene. Mo siri ye peni. And ye monje na omo 2 obi 2 boba. Na ball obi eni.
Okay.
In fact, nipa na boba no born ni first na neni no obeye neni ni ye one eye copy me say owu ye. Eye me nana ne papa.
Wow.
Takro me nana ne papa. I me tracy ya ehu.
Okay.
Yes, me nana. Na ye ono kwa other people nso ye dey prepare. In fact, omo kun serious to tutuo. Ema ye chi ye binum koye dey ekotum.
That na police station wa.
Na ye she fuase 1914 ya.
Okay.
Yet she ebinom yɛ den etu mu. Ebinom yɛ ma life imprisonment. Ebinom so yɛ ma death sentence. Edum pepper so bi na ɔhene seal the third year say ye ni governor no nkasa na ɔmo release ɔhene na nkasa na ɔmo fine no sika say ɔnyɛ the own tua nti ɔmo ka say ɔmo release ebinom. That was the time obi ti say Papa Kwesi Ndum ne nana no free akɔ Elmina.
But Ndum
yes ni
ankasa.
Oh yes ni ɔno ankasa ɛka kyerɛ me. Obi ka kyerɛ na me bisa no me an interview na me bisa no. And then, if I may report Emma City FM.
Okay.
And I'm a fast bisa no.
Okay.
And me bisa no show or yes any or call GTV Chronos or yeah then or can okay. And that was the period. That period also Papa be a friend no Kofi Ingwa. Ono so dwane free senya. E de e ko pie mu Nigeria.
Wow.
Or nanti yo.
Nanti enko.
Or nanti ya no here there. Or ko pie mu.
Sa fight ni to bia wo be no
everybody Ebimunsu edani omu Christopher by force. Asafofo no share Methodist sorry demo because the point is that we are Christians that won't cast asafo. It is said to say that was why I senior album friend Habono yanye. Enkrofo say Papa Kwesi Jai in a ma yanye Habono. Listen, it's not true. And I'm saying authority say enye Papa Kwesi Jai. Sad narration yenjai. The 1914 to kwano. And the money the ebasa. Because no more the niamanu be begu a post office in Nimo.
Okay.
What's a post office in Nimo? Light be ho.
Yeah.
Those times in a night ho.
Yeah.
Won di begu ho. Into on to kwano mo say niamani bi. And a governor can send ye mfa ade nko baby a asafo ewo nti anko winiba anko apam anko baby asafo no de ko takrade
ye nti na winiba fo na because e na asafo
entukwa no Papa Kwesi Jai no ono ewo under the slavery ana abrofo no who are you to say who stop from doing what he wants to do? Okay. He didn't have that. We are rich man. He didn't have that power. What do I say? Okay. But local politics and propaganda. Because Kwesi Jai at a point in time, no, so or middle power in the political system. Okay. There are a lot of propaganda that goes on in Sian. Okay. And that is not the issue here.
May I say, Obi A Senyi?
Okay. And one of the traits I was here for Sian for in mass science.
Yeah, I was told.
Yeah, so good in English.
I was told.
And art, no, but ban of science, maths, Greek, and you forget it. Most of our professors in the area of math, science, Greek. Most of share your youth, no, or more minimum the problem area, or more sell those areas. Yeah.
Say Obi A Senyi, well, yeah, hofa de.
Okay.
Yeah, tade ye duane edwuma ban na Obi A Senyi nka. Then no.
Most senior artisans, most of them, no, adensifo.
Okay.
Builders.
Okay.
Most of them. It has at 1850s, 60s, 70s, 1880, before 1900. Kranasi and for Liberia.
Yes, Sidan a dance for Sidana.
Sad dance story. Maybe I question it.
Okay.
Because before a dance, Ebeye kingdom, no, Ebeye a dance, na Buno kingdom woho. Can there be a kingdom without at least some form of building?
No, you said than you said
it's wrong. How can you say that that's what I did then see? Even I can fall Nanka sample. If a true so free Ghana kingdom, are you telling me it's a Ghana kingdom? No, we need since I can't came recently to this land. I can follow well-developed, well-sophisticated people. Kingdom no break here, no more bad down. Doesn't mean say they didn't know how to build. They know, but then maybe what happened is that your friends are dancing. Sankrofono were people who love building. But they were not inventors or people before they came here. Kingdoms, Caves do send a war. Let's be honest. History, no, I don't think it's credible. The fact is that even the accounts, they were intelligent, they knew building, these are not just common people. Into quarantine accounts no drive back down.
Okay.
But these were rulers. Omo used to gold. And they didn't start using gold when they came here. And they telling me say the account for now no more dressing with gold and all that stuff. Even it says that some of them were from Egypt. Omo nim building.
Now Osha gold is who you be that.
And not today, omo intimi see any papa don't intimi see dance for no, that one I think say we can't accept it. They should come again on that story.
Okay.
Nonetheless, putting that aside, who be safa yatadi and so. Now, yen say the front man or sahane front man. There is our tradition, but here was one thing.
Into is it into said the way now.
Your normal dressing and fantifonsu dressing the same. Your front man, you know, and some of these things could be our culture, but we don't know the origin because every tribe is using it.
Yeah.
But there was one thing I'm not saying for ma. In those days, pa.
No way day.
No more dressing or manufu negusu. Oh yes.
O kata down keke. No just
kata efa enufu nase. Enufu no be also.
Not the namkrum.
Even as at 60s no mukra no mutimi any market. Nipa no chances or how to stop it. For instance, is it Uncle Jackson? Kenneth Jackson.
Okay.
Around the 70s, it was normal. Normal dressing.
Now say efe.
Who say efe?
Efe. Now
and then your culture and thing efe.
I want to na o so say efe.
No, you see. Debbie, hey, chairman, when we in South Africa, Emano, beautiful girls, you're from Zulu girls. Omunu funu gusu, oh, say that. Who share that?
Who say?
Oh, wow, why your own father, Roman father?
Oh, say, who say? Obiano food, yeah, I attracting crowful.
No, it's because you grow to a point, certain things we realize it is not appropriate.
Okay.
But say your culture be normal within the culture. When we say that, my mama example, when say your queen mothers, omotenasia, omosuru ina go ho.
Yeah.
Do people have problem with it?
Oh nah.
My baby ko tailor na yempam na tade na ne suru no enye dey. We have problem with it because that is not the Western culture. Yeah, adopt here.
Okay.
But traditional culture no or dresses are. It's okay. We'll say that I'm not saying say your culture say enufunungu hosao, but it was one of the normal things in the society.
Okay.
Yes, but then ebanu ye duane ye duane eye ode. But ode no originally no ye ode no enye bro.
Na de na
ye millet.
Millet so obetu boy ni twi atoko.
Yes. Atoku na ye duane.
Wow.
David ebro ye dua. Ebro eye tiedini ebro abrowo.
Abrowo luto.
Abrowo na mo de ba ebro. Abrofo na de bae.
Enti anafanga an me na medu na ebro.
David ebro mfri Ghana. Ebro abrofo de free Sweden na bae. Enti abra omodi ebro bae no. Na omo eye cheaper to take care of workers.
Okay.
Omo enslave any slaves. When we say that, and the banswa no more encourage you say use because I know import eba. It helps as part of the nyama de on be trade. But wo millet no. And to sure okay say replace millet na. Ebro no mo de omunto. Into omo replace ye. Yeno ebro millet your friend ewu
yeah.
Enti ne kan say mejo ewu yen kan mejo ebro ne kan aledu ewu yen kan aledu ebro ma akwa ewu
medio ade
medio ato na ewu no nsu be ye tan afe wu ye ya wu sokia na afe no so afe no ewu enti the word ewu anka say ye millet
yan hwe that time na machine sin shede ni wono omo si dan na wonya millet
omo de tu buba so na omo bubo so omo bubo so sa na omo anyam enti those days na omo tu ndwum bi menasa preba kamewu ko menasa preba kamewu ko kamemprejo akɔ kyerɛ me sɛ dia yɛnya millet no menase apreba kamewu kɔ menase apreba kamewu kɔ kyerɛ me sɛ dia yɛnya millet no anka no kamebruko ewu kɔ
so millet was ewu
enti abrɔfo no de baayɛ no eburo no baayɛ no ɔno de machine no nso yɛ den ɛbaayɛ nkrafo mo frɛ no ma ɛyɛ millet no ma aduma ma yemi now ɔmo de baayɛ no na ɔmo de machine no ka ho no ɔmo de no yɛ nyam nti abrɔfo nkrafo no hyɛ ase sɛ ɔmo fa eburo no na ɔmo hyɛ ase ɛnde sɛ eburo no yɛ kɔnyam ɛwɔ ba millet no deɛ yɛde nti wo de eburo no kɔ a na wo kɔnyam wɔ he corn meal na yɛde abɛyɛ aduane ne yɛfrɛ no corn meal nti aborɔfoɔ no baayɛ no na saa language no yɛdɛ but real aduane a nkrafoɔ yɛ na yɛdi ne siafoɔ ɛyɛ millet no nga anaa ewu and now unfortunately no ewu no ɛwɔ ahoɔden ewu no ɛkutia diabetes na mo eburo ɛboa diabetes obi a wɔ diabetes a wodi eburo no diabetes wodi agorɔ nkɔda enti yɛ pani na wotie mi a mesrɛ wa gyae eburo ni di because diabetes no wobɛkɔ ati abrɛ bp no because wɔn sɛ eburo no any nutrient te sɛ millet no ɛna eburo no wodi a ɛma esikyire foro kɔ mogya no mu ntɛm eburo ɛyɛ esikyire yɛka esikyire ti nyɛ fitaa no because aduane no kɔ wo yɛ mu a ɛdane esikyire na ewura mogya no nti ɛkɔ mogya no mu a na sɛ dɔɔso a mogya no ɛyi nsuo bi yɛfrɛ no insulin na wama nsuo na bɛwura mogya no mu nipadua no yi nsuo no nsuo na wama na bɛwura mogya no mu so nkɔfa esikyire bi a ɛwɔ mogya no mu ɛbro saa esikyire ketewa na nkɔ sɛ mogya no hia nti owura mu a na wakɔfa yɛ dɛn aba na owura mu na ɔkɔfa ba nkɔ sɛ esikyire no ɔde gu cell no mu na cell no nso a resist esikyire no nti sɛ cell no nso mpɛ esikyire na ɛdɔɔso a ɔno nso resist a yɛn ɛfrɛ no insulin resistance wɔn sɛ nti deɛ na afɛ nipadua no bɛyɛ esikyire wɔ nipadua no ma ɛbɛpra nti na wadane no sradeɛ na ɔde gu yɛ mu wɔn sɛ ɔyɛfu yɛ kɛseɛ nti yɛfu kɛseɛ nyɛ srade nam ɛyɛ esikyire woyɛ kɛseɛ a ɛnyɛ srade nam ɛyɛ esikyire nti srade wɔn sɛ de ade ha nti millet no ɛma yɛ saa ahoɔden no ɛboa yɛ ma saa nyarewa na ɛha yɛ no etimi yɛ dɛn ɛbrase
nti woka sɛ ɛma na adansie na yɛde na ɛyɛ ɛne apo adwuma yi ɛne ɛma efom kɔ no
ɛpo adwuma ne efuo kɔ no ɛno deɛ yɛn tete normal adwuma yɛyɛ sɛ yɛn bia sɛ ɔnyɛ pufuni a ɔkɔ efuom ba nyɛ deɛ po no na ɛyɛ more ɛkyɛn efuo no one of the reasons why po no yɛ more ɛkyɛn efuo no sɛ wofa bankye na ɔde kɔ bɔdwa ase ɛkɔtɔn a bɔdwa ase foɔ ɔde bankye yɛ dɛ ɔde brɔde yɛ dɛ ebi wɔ dada nti siafo no hwɛ yɛ no nneɛma yɛde kɔ na ɛkɔtɔn a yɛbɛtumi akɔmpiti wɔde sɛ nti yɛn anyɛ fuo bebree ɛpono ɛna ɛbɛhia yɛ na wo sɛ ɛpono so ɔmo wie pɛ a na ɔmo de ne nyinaa yɛ dɛ akɔdwa ɛyɛ yɛ trade
data na yɛtɔn ade wɔn
na tete no deɛ na ɔmo wɔ different market a nkurɔfo de kɔ but kami na ɔmo tumi kɔ techiman
na kaa ni hɔ
in fact tete na kaa ni hɔ no yɛn nananom ɔmo kaa ɛyɛ nante o
nti ɔhyianam no na ɔde kɔ techiman
in fact ɛnyɛ sɛ ɔde bɛkɔ techiman all through na mo ɔmo wɔ different stops nti oduru ha na wei mu abɛtɔ na ɔmo de akɔ
wei mu sɛ wei mu abɛtɔ na akɔ pie mu
ɔmo de akɔ saa na ɛyɛ den ɛteɛ na ɛyi senya so na ɔmo yɛ anyo paa Jenny they're one of our major na winiba sɛ wɔn sɛ ɔmo fa mpoano ɛkɔ wɔn sɛ mpoano hɔ no wokɔ a wiwu na ase mpaboa wɔde mi denti first na ɔmo ta nante kɔ winiba ha na ɔmo yɛ dɛ ɔmo fa and it was simple route na wokɔ wɔn sɛ awia no dɔɔso nti wohyɛ mpaboa dɛn na ɛbɛba ɛbɛtwitwi
wɔn sɛ wonya nkɔɛ na sɛ yɛsi na sɛ kweku de ne mu adɔ ade
you see ɛno nti na meka sɛ we should know say they didn't just speak because by the grace of God history na mission here no behold the reasons and the intent and the value Some mistake na Christians nso for example, you see member Jamai. Adentia yamichire Jamai. Okay, say yamichire, you have not spoken to me. Adenti no chiri.
Okay, to a reason.
There should be a reason.
I said about so say na say.
Yamichire Jamai say, I mean, for example, Moses you na simpabwa. Adenti no kachire ne say you na simpabwa. A message in a ordemano. Message ni say empabwa no bo nine ho ban.
Okay.
And a nan at nine our Bible mo ejina homa asempano.
Okay.
What I say? Inti men fa bibi nka asem a mede ma wo no ho. Na ko ka no say the eden. Eti men dware asem men bo wo kra wo ho ban. Because me small will say odwan akompatekuo mu. Men bo ho ba just go you na simpabwa. Baby a wo no ya asase kronko. Adenti na ya asase kronko because baby a wo do na etia no me nya me ne wo ye den. E wo ho.
I didn't say as a conquer because he just that way. I can't say do any.
It will say I'm for reason no amba. Losing the value. Why did they say that? They said because sebi kwekude no yamfa ne say kwekude si mayemfa empabua enko. The question is kwekude dream ben or drenefa or mine no. Into this sambra no baye. Mwa ben na sambra no beboa or mine no.
Okay.
That's the question. For example, uko senyampo na yenkuma akoko.
Senyampo no.
Yes. Akuko na mwa huntimi nkuno. Abwebi na mwa huntimi nkuma abuano.
Sa abwebi na mpona na huntimi.
Debi. Eyembra, you can't kill that animal. Say no.
Omo ye dia. Omo na say mbra na enye.
Eyembra, but wonim say, di enti na omo ye samra no. Empoano ho no eye no man's land. Enyo bia de.
Okay.
Enti obi abua ebepie ho a. Woni kwan say
ufana
okunu. Number 2, aboa bi also no yira bebi a empoano obenye aduane edi titire ebe ye mpoano. Ye mo no ho ban. So ye animal protection. Yes, abusu ana aboa no ye obusum nti. Na ka kire say mo ano ye abusum nti no menkuma aboa no ho ye busum. Onye busum ba ye protecting the animal. Sa ensuo ya yebeka say men kwa ho no say de be wunya ho fi.
Okay.
Enam yesi men remonam. Say wo ensuo bu a kokude na yesi men remonam. Ana yesa ana yesi ho wo mpo nye den remonam. Preservation of food. Nti say yenya aduane wo mpoano a ana say ye chi na ye nantia na ye de eduru a na ye penam a ye betimi arebi. Ba ye ka say we wo ho men rin coffee because man kwa wodi coffee wodi be business they be obe fa ko.
Okay.
But enam say ye nananom omo ye omo religion no esum no say the tinti na ye de sum na ye de attach say the be ya ye friend compliance because nipa woman nemra na wan fa hu anka wa.
But do you think say wo say na wo ka won say we won believe say na abosom no eshembra ne bi also mom and my
you see Moses on 10 commandments no. I'm saying this Moses Yankupon bra what I say and ode ye den ode ma Moses but would me say omo ankasa etro bi ka ho
the na Moses de ka
o bebre the ya metro yankasa ye 10
but say 10 commandments
but commandment is 613.
Wow.
613. Now, Oma bia ye the constitution in a day. Ye nananum so no mo constitution. No mo constitution in ye written to say ye di. Inti ye constitution na ya catch or say sebi busunu we e de etaichi. Inti busunu no koye bibi to say stamp.
Okay.
When we say that it is say wo be Jimmy Bawari na wo ma me snap. Snap na wo de ma me wo mfa ma me say me nkɔ no mo. Na mo snap no ye stamp a ye de den. Ye di sia ware no so. When we say that because those days omo ni stamp to say and no omo ni signature. It is a snap na wo de ban ye signature.
Debi esi wo bia woni gbo so pe say.
Ye signature we ni snap ni we ni den ye signature. Enti enye say ye pe nsanum ye gya no pe nsanum nti na ye de snap no ye den. No, it is a signature.
Okay.
Woko hineni na wukita nsanso a it is honor enidie. Enti abusum na yesi omo ye mra no. Enye omo na omo ye mra no. Eye nipa oti busum na no no.
Okay.
Ena oye emra no. What I say? Because of that authority from the realms.
Okay.
Let me put it that way. Now, for example, sa ntwinine anu ayesi.
Yeah.
Nipa odi sa mra no bae. Your friend ate kwesikwe.
Ate
Atie. No ye obi a onima de genius.
Okay, atie.
Ye wa ate. Eye eja. Ye wa atie.
Okay.
Ye language ya yira bebre. Atie ye genius. Kwesikwe.
No.
Ofri akrama no.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Na bro mo ba no se kom esi no. No so ye obekọ akoye kusum no aba. Kusum o ye friend chi.
Chi.
Yes.
Okay.
Chi. Enti no okoye chi no. O se okoto chichi.
Yeah,
ye beba ho. Okoye chi no ba si o. Apase. Busum no.
Yeah.
O ye apa. Sekum apa. Enti apase na friend epa no. Epa kwesi. By sekum apa. Yes. But me sure say legend no anyway. Enti no oyepa no ka say apa se. E common aba no. Mo akwadro eni agro eni ama e common ade aba. Enti munjai saade no. Na afi munye ejuma.
What you said those times no na yeah, spending more times at the brunch in this side.
Pagro. Also de akrodo konkomba. Ni na ya agro no.
Yedi wa ha.
Ebe.
Okay.
Oh, inti okachiro mo se okay, ye de mra eto ho. Mra no nie. One, mo beko akodo efuo no, asase no. Odo asase na menshi nwura no. Kopim se ye beye amamre ansa na wa de. Washi nwura. Nti de amamre na de atu adwo benya amamre nti
didn't mention
ti a mention say kose uja efuo no na epro na kugu asase mu na ye fertilizer.
Okay.
E ma asase no
ocean wa say
at a point in time amakwa na afi de mo de mwashi secondly na ado roadsides ni na wo shiwia na afi yewo before we be don kromo ye kuto chichi no I think that the right ebeka akomase no ha se metfa no maako baako afi na na ewudu no ye due bro ni pa na esi ntwene ano entidi enti na ye due bro pa ye esi ntwene se de meka se de be ye ejuma ye ejuma wie na efuo no ebi ba pa ni aye apreba esefuo no ntampre na emba.
Oh, okay.
Apreba.
Okay.
And they di importroba. Importroba ni the edika, eduane edika, fresh one no. Na eduane say we have hope.
Oh.
Enti time no so na ye bie entwena no pa na fe enti abede ano. Na ya tupu no mu. Yenkopo no ebu si na bosumos. Na say bosumos so. Eduane beba. Ye be hia nam enti mo net na mu kanu no munya 1 week and fan rest na mo ye hu adwuma sie se be a ye makwan pa na mo akofa aduane aba no excuse.
Oh yes it enti efum ba be hia nam
ye be hia nam mo be enam so be ba enti sie wu kanu no
that time no the fire o
maintenance na rest within 1 week enti kukut na jesitu omo na omo ye den omo si entwene na no
okay akomese na kasa be say
ya baba
adentina I say eja fie bia na say fie bia bosom wo no e wo no ne mra etumi koma oman mu ni nyina no
enya bosom na wo ho eyo efie no ni din no say ya ye wo efie mienu ye wo to ne ye wo ano
to na
ano
okay
enti to no eye akofo na ano ye asofo. So we have the military ye tofo no and the religion anofo enti ye anofo no ye 7 tofo no so sa
okay so
enti preto enye pre ano
bosom preto
yes
okay
ye warriors abakato ye warriors yateto ye warriors
I see
ne ba no ye akrama no epa no ye asofo enti asofo no share religious aspect and have a tono almost share discipline and
I love this.
Almost making sure say compliance to the rules and regulations. And no ye tough one and almost yasa one I did not tough one into actually titino tono omomo waba.
Good. I like that. and
I know for no dear assume.
And I don't know, sir. To for your doors of power. If you know yet or not, because I buy a case of doors of power.
To follow was only a kufu to almost pay my fa and to pa or pa.
You know, say, what's pa? Oh, about to have an enemy. On Fiana because I'm by a war as a for lime doors of power.
As a for no a guaudo be brave, and yet tower then to won't quo. Tawo denti wo kwasambo yawo chiremwe bi yawo omugumo different wo fa ware na
you come
there wo fa ware na omu and basically omu inipa inse bi asam enti nipa omu asam enti inipa inse bi asam fo no omu ye topi
okay
penini ye ipi commander
okay
and their friend to fini which is not the right title ye ipi na chi ne wo supi.
Okay.
Supinage newo topi.
Okay, so
EP a commander, Supi a unit commander, topi a divisional commander. Indeed, their friend asafu hineno, ye kasa nya asafu no ye topi.
Oh.
Or she supinase, na supinase EP nase. I say her history.
I've heard of name EP Matopuso.
EP Matopuso.
I don't know anything about it.
EP Matopuso no ye to friend their friend to friend but ne nanano ne tat satono and no de to ne ho so. So no de oteposo. Eno ya enembrane.
Enya de bia ye hu bia.
No ya ono anembrane. So ono de oye great warrant nana nkaso aya. Enti na ya EP Matopuso. No mo ye Olata Odefe. Olata chire etuo. Enti aba no ono akudie ni na ono ne nche na egu ono na odi.
Enti me papa ko ono military manager say tun there.
Military.
And aba yesterday me tun them.
It was here who share all these. You have a lot to say.
Yeah.
You have a lot to say. Who are this thing? Nananom they had something.
Okay.
What I say? Me believe you say. Yankupon wa mfremi ama sorry nko or frame me ma oman.
Okay.
And ya me ma me adum e ma minya be this research. Eye bi mu ka say me di madwen na me di ye de.
We go for can. Na say what words be.
Senya kasa right no. Eye madwen. Say ya madwen. What I say? I'll be happy to take credit. Say metimi create bibi. Imagine me creating 23 characters for I should be proud of it. And tell everybody say I create me na me create here. Me din beka. But me conscience.
But me bow. Ya kasa no ma infant obi ka wa ana ko ene sa ke all side ni na wo what you use but what's na wo tro no ye hu ano.
Yes. Ya na no na omo develop omo right but say omo develop ni. Won say ha no ye wa ye say yamunu na e ba kire say utiso. Na so bi motam na ze waso wa enti those days na omo trading no say wo be free na dia what is it wo be free na dia na or the brew no they atro e wo ban ho
okay
na otro obetro ne sen first of all ma mimbi saw apofofo omo use phone and omo use phone omo saving numbers and omo saving numbers eye den no mutimu say wo number nie Isu dia say dia wo be tro kwesi no no ye den onchron onim symbol a e be represent kwesi ma me kwa be say uja omo ninim hwe enu nie na weyi no mo symbols a omo de communicate enye school na obekwa ansana wehu symbols o enti ye na nti ohwe waso wa na ode wa draw bibi a represent waso no
okay
what I say nipa na obeto ma de no onini ne symbol ni
okay
now what boss stroke 1 2 3 na say nema oto eye miensa nto oba oye no cross 1 na say na wa ball top na che say e ba ko oye cross nkwa ye 0
so oye cross nkwa
ye 0 ba cross or the ba ko to top de no since I kakra to a ye 1 oye akopem 9 na wenya 10.
Well, research the trail side here.
Yes.
Okay.
About writer, we got 11, 12, 13, up to 20. Into free 20. Now about 100. Were left.
Okay.
And I see no thousands.
Oh.
You need to. It's a way from me, my dreamer. I'll be happy to say that. The only thing I try to do is say sa write me yes say me converting into 9 characters. Up to now me intimi here then. Yeah. So I couldn't have come out with 23 characters. But what happened is a nipa or preserve right? About the son, okay, yen and anum yes, ano. A drum pepper should be in a human body, no, the major symbols. Intellectuals in a woman, no, and out of those symbols, created the 23 alphabets. I have a friend Aseba, life comes. Life comes. Ase means life. Motasi. Ba means comes. Aseba. Into new topic, and after or establishing more writings with the symbols. Into no year all these, the books bia or womb. Unfortunately, na almost say intro no, and I'm someone to reading, so almost say occultic. Into new topic, almost she in the books
Wow.
Into the few people
I
mean say omo fees because papa nani hu ye hu or ye jant pa osupa yes nani hu ye hu na the writings we are not or the you read krada read abom into the boom and not there to protect and preserve it into for say in the books na ye occult intro na why there watch because who say ye abede. Meanwhile na ye senior writings fortunately ye won crophobia or chiro omo. And I was able to get the information from them and then pick the document. The mensaka and I'm studying now. I learned it. Send them new topic books and can make translating into our normal language because of that grace. And I feel say Yamine leading me to get these things. When we say that, and me imagine. Say me imagine then I'm very intelligent. But all these things cannot come from this brain. No, it won't work.
Mama say we na ye fire convert and then fambra Emma. Senya your first king. How this senya so ye wan.
Question we the mood.
What's your identity about you?
Me yanka mebo but I will hold it. But the entire maker say I will hold it in recent time no. The yenim the ati from the Anona side ne say nei akondo no de omani ya de ebe si ho what I say akondo in fact omo twe manso no crampo no obi agi tu mo say obi na de omani be de ebe si ho but ewo Anona mu no ye wo kroba Anona na akondo Anona in the beginning, no me na ye one. No more split it. In time within the Anunankasa story, ne ya de split it. But the Akondo story, no, ye more stronger and stronger in the sense that even court and the Uko quarter admit say there was the Anona, side of it. Maybe say call so much because of the controversy. But ye will be a friend who ne kweku odinti akwa.
But those days, I said, Nipa, Gongo Bitano, so who is named in
there's more to it. Another time. But the Akono story and the Anona story, which history, as for the Chidine, we know say Su the first. Around 1820, right? Yeah, and the issue started, ruling. But about no senior tradition and chieftaincy, you be your time now. Is
that true that there was something between Asante and Senya? Is there any conflict and Tokabia? Is that true? I hope I said I can't later about
Yamfanka the next discussion maybe yeba ahinsem no ha. Of course, Asante's ebekon with the South. From 1811. And Nana Ose Esibe. Ama Odu Winibod in the night is in Shumu. No, besides a number na Yakesi Bonsu. No friend who Asante Bonsu. Ose Bonsu. And that story, it into the senior story. But
when we're senior. Okay. Mate. So last voice for ende because adaje ni poso.
Yes, the kan madam wasibio na mada etie for so ase. Nyansa ni back foot. history be no obeka obi beka say ni na 100% because obi or de ne na aka kire no ne mami aka kire di ote ye no na adwene say no na ye no kra enti no uka history a wakonya say obi criticize obi analyze no obi eyi ni de ye den efrim obi to be den etwene but at the end of the day chirimba ebeba be den ebeba be hu no kra no enti de me maka no obi nso a I believe say enko say akonya no da ho nipa no nso ye den on share on also the side of the story. But at the end of the day, no history would vindicate the truth. When we say that, now main fast that Kwesi TV,
Kwesi Radio,
Kwesi Radio. In fact, I believe say this is one of the best things that are happening in Senya, and I'm so glad about it. And me bonfire say ebe konenim. Ye na anyway you be support it. Na yabua na Kwesi Radio so akonenim will be there to do it. At the moment no mini idiyompo emano kodi ekohia etimichia idiyompo fo ni na oni so mo ye ekunafo
na mama no say guy o
oze
mama no ye guy
nyono
I was about anyway trend pa.
I will trendy papa many does ever trendy pra.
Wow.
I see I will Uncle Chim.
Is it our Uncle Chim?
I will Uncle Chim come mole. The modern midi. Ochiko Mabo is Obediko. I mean very inspirational. I mean I'm sure you.
I'm on a much more.
Mami bi kanku no your friend no Amelia. Okay. Na onu na abra ye millet no or two them say anyu we then am try.
Oh okay.
Enti me try no was almost anjum akuma si program on be enti na me the two social media na trendy here na me bisa no say anjum no free no say ne nana say ne ma me mo twe na omo aso a na ne nana na twe omo na ne nana no to anjum no eti no de anyame original song.
Bana atie sisenya agro na wo ebe komo later wo bo agro bebre so de na de nyina obi de ato ne ho so de nam social media na
wow sha
unchia sisia na yen so so na
ye chia obiara me da obiara se ne kese enso me chia me mame esinye do ba bone na se afo yina
se afo yina so ejo se
house music. Man, I'm a singer. Shake out the gun. I'm in the Japanese full line.